Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a video we haven't done in a hot minute. We've got a level 10 links video for you today, and we're going to go around one of my personal favorites, one of my favorite characters from Super, and that is the EZA, Rose, and Zamasu. Specifically when they dropped, and with the LR merge Zamasu, I didn't really get to make too much content around them, which I do want to revisit them just because I've actually barely used them since the EZA, and also pulling the LR merge Zamasu just because I was so busy when they dropped. So what better way to do that than not only use them but also do a level 10 links video, which I said we haven't done in a hot minute, and global's dry right now. We are getting Gohan and Cell in a few days, but I want to do some more level 10 links content. I want to keep doing some red zone videos around some more obscure units, you know, against Cell Max as well. So hopefully we can just keep the ball rolling. But I'm looking forward to this one. As you can see, Rainbow level 10 links, and more importantly, as an extreme unit, we've got big bad bosses at level 10 links, so no HP loss needed. We have the extra attack and defense plus 25% just off the bat immediately, which is why you need to link level your extreme class units. Unfortunately, not a unit that has a 200% lead right now in general. Hopefully in the future they will get one. I mean, it is pending, but they haven't got one, and they still haven't had one for so long. Hopefully I do suspect eventually when they do get one, it will probably be another Goku Black, Rose, or Zamasu unit. I really hope it ends up being a dual Goku Blacks or Rose unit with Zamasu that fuses into Merge Zamasu, just because we don't have one of them yet. But when they do, all of the EZA'd Goku Black and Zamasu units are going to serve really well. Really well, because a lot of the EZAs are already very good. And a lot of the EZAs pending are going to hopefully make them units insane. Him being one of them, because he is like one of the worst Dokkan Fest we have ever seen. Like, he is cheeks. But then you have like AGL Zamasu, who fuses into Merge Zamasu. His foundation with all the damage reduction for an EZA is very good. So, as I said, 200% lead pending. Their team is probably going to be one of the best extreme teams in the future, like, no doubt. So, turn 1. We are starting with 163k attack stat, 161k defense. Of course, they've had no build up. They haven't been hit yet whatsoever. They only need to be hit 4 times, by the way, which is great. That means when you're in harder content, when you need them to be maximizing their damage, when you need that like 500 to 600k defense, they end up getting, you know, you're going to be having that build up probably off of like literally turn 1. But here's all the links active. We're only missing legendary power. There's all of them at level 10, especially big bad bosses, as I said. But yeah, in red zone, their build up is very good for harder content like red zone, just because I said, because you can build up so quickly. 4.44 to start with, not too bad. Again, they've had no build up whatsoever. They're literally only raising their attack by 30% on 18 key, so that's pretty good. Big damage on the crit, and we've been attacked twice, so we only need to be hit 2 more times and they're fully built up. But yeah, only needing to be hit 4 times to build up their passive, as I said, is completely ideal for red zone. Just when you think how many times the red zone boss will attack in one turn alone, let alone each individual slot, you'll have their passive pretty much built up on turn 1, which is great because it means you're doing the big damage straight away, you know, the 7, 10, 11 million attack stats, you know, and you have like the 500-600k defense, which of course 500 to 600k defense standalone, like by itself nowadays, which is crazy to think about, is not enough anymore, which is just kind of wild. However, it does mean, and this is kind of standard, but still, it's still a good thing. It does mean off of 1 turn, EZA, Rose, and Zamasu, especially at level 10 links and Rainbow, once they're fully put up, they're able to tank all red zone bosses basics for double digits, which is great. Of course, super attack's not the same, unfortunately. But with a Whis active, they should be able to tank the majority for decent damage, and like the harder hitting ones like Broly's final phase and Cooler Core, they may take like 200k on a super. However, you know, in the grand scheme of things, when you think about how much damage they could do without an eye active, that's pretty decent. And when you consider this unit doesn't have permanent guard, doesn't have damage reduction, and doesn't have dodge. Of course, they do have the 3-turn guard, which is nice. It does mean you can build them up with little risk, which I think you can do anyway, but you know, you can always be hit with like a Randy super when you're trying to build a unit up, which means you can lose a lot of HP. You know, you could be caught very easily, but the fact they've got 3-turn guard and they only need to be hit 4 times means you're going to be taking no damage in terms of building them up, so there's no risk for a lot of reward and a lot of potential with this unit. And then not only that as well, since they can build up so quickly, that's another 2 turns they have guard for, where they have like 400-500k plus defense, which means they're going to be tanking very well in red zone against the majority of bosses, even if it's a basic, even if it's a super. But of course, that only lasts for 3 turns, but that does help them build up with, as I said, no risk whatsoever. Like, it's completely safe to do so. But we do have some support from this Rosé, so we've been hit twice, so it does mean we've got an extra attack and defense plus 60% and key plus 2. Of course, we're waiting for the full build up, key plus 4 and attack and defense plus 120, which we will get after Vegeta attacks us in slot 1. But with the support, which is attack and defense, what, plus 50% in total? Yeah, attack and defense plus 50% from the EZA Rosé, who is also actually level 10 links, but we're not really focusing on him today. And we do have everything active again, aside from legendary power. 392, just under 400k attack stat pre-super, 420k defense, and again, we're not even fully built up, which we will be after we get hit by Vegeta. And of course, every time we super, every time we 18 key, which is very easy to do with these, like the EZA, Rosé, and Zamasu, because we've got key plus 2 at the start of turn. We've then got an additional defense plus 50%, and also the additional key plus 2 that they get anyway, so that's key plus 4. They've also got the extra defense plus 50% for 3 turns as well, which means, as I said, build up, as I said, there's no risk to doing so. And then of course we're getting the extra key plus 4 in total after being hit a total of 4 times as well, which means 18 keying with them is incredibly easy. But 11.39 and 11.3 million super with the EZA Rosé support. The damage output, ridiculous. Their defense, very good, very solid. And of course that 3-turn guard with all of that defense makes them great defensively. It's just a shame they only have it for 3 turns. I really wish they had it longer or permanently, but I feel like if they had permanent guard with 600k defense, I thought that would be a little, that'd be a bit too much. I mean, I would love it personally, but I think it'll be a bit too much, especially when they're capable of doing 11 million attack stats. But still, damage output's fantastic, defense very solid, easy to build up, easy to link. As I said, there's potential there with this as a 200% lead that they can go on, especially because it's most likely that the 200% leader for these Rosé and Zamasu units will be another Goku Black or Rosé. And then again, when you think about the units that already exist, these two with their EZA Rosé, the strength one who's very good, of course you do need to get the final blow for him to really get going, but still a very good EZA, especially with all that support. Attack and defense plus 50% is huge. LR Merge Zamasu is one of the best yellow coin LRs in the game, even at 55%. You know, is it a slot 2 or slot 3 unit? Once he super attacks, get the guaranteed additional and all the damage reduction. He's tanking, you know, he's tanking incredibly well. He's very good defensively. And then, as I said, when you think about the foundations of EZAs for like the transforming Merge Zamasu, all that damage reduction, he could have a really good EZA, like one of the stronger EZAs in the game. Not to mention this guy, even though he's like one of the most cheeksiest Dokkan Fest I think that's ever been released. When his EZA comes, he already stacks defense. As long as they do him right, like give him starter turn attack and defense more so, and just do him right, he also has a good foundation to be a very, very good EZA. I mean, think about what they've done with Strength Boo during the 8th anniversary. Think about what they've done with Gohan and Cell recently, literally about to come in a few days. The potential's there, man. So eventually on the Rosé and Zamasu team, as I said, I do believe will probably be one of the strongest extreme class team in the game. Like, there's potential there. But they're fully built up now, no support. Again, we're just under a 400k attack stat with the full build up. We have 426k defense. What turn are we on? We're on turn 5. So they've only super attacked, what, twice? And of course, we're raising our defense every time we 18 key by 30% for 6 turns. So we still have 4 more turns to raise our defense by 30%. And we're already over a 400k attack stat. We're on 426k. And we still have 4 more turns of raising their defense. And of course, if we launch any additionals, which there's a high possibility we'll do so because of the fact they are rainbowed, we can raise their defense by 30% on the 12 key as well, but only for 3 turns. But over 400k defense, and we still have 4 supers left. We now have legendary power active, by the way, with everything active. I'm going to pop an Usher, just because the LR Rosé, he also has the potential for an EZA as well. And when he first released, and even now when you consider how long ago he did release, even the amount of damage output that guy has now is still pretty decent, as I said, when you think of the context of when he was actually released. So he has a good foundation for an EZA. There's potential there, man. An 8.1 mil attack stat, though. Very nice indeed. With a big 6 mil crit. So we have 3 super attacks left. to build up their defense for the 6 turns. But yeah, man, when you think about that's three Goku Black and Zamasu units that have huge potentials for EZAs, and none of them have a 200% lead yet. And I said it will no doubtly be another Goku Black, Rose, or Zamasu unit. Like, it just will be. But there's just so much potentials for EZAs. There's so many good Rose and Zamasu units, so many good Goku Black units. They just need a 200% lead. Like, EZA, Rose, and Zamasu are doing this at Rainbow, level 10 links on a 170 lead team. They are going to have like 500k defense doing 8 to 11 million attack stats on a 170 lead. Can you imagine what that's going to jump up to when they finally get the 200% lead that we've been waiting for? Including LR Merge Zamasu, including EZA Strength Rose, and all the future EZAs pending as well. So we have lost Nightmare and Prepared for Battle. We have gained Legendary Power from this Rose. Of course, one of the usual lineups, one of the usual rotations you're going to have is probably these two with like LR Merge Zamasu either in slot 3 or these two in slot 1 if you want to risk it. And then use items, and then have LR Merge Zamasu in slot 2, which works really well. But I said there's just so much potential there because of all of these EZAs that are pending, and again, just they're going to at some point be a 200% lead, which they do not have yet. In fact, let me know down in the comments, how would you like to see a new Dokkan Fest Rose / Goku Black / Zamasu, or even Merge Zamasu? How would you want it to be done? How would you want the unit? As I said, for me personally, I really want, because we don't have one yet, a Goku Black or Rose. I don't mind either or. Goku Black or Rose, either in base or Rose. A dual Rose or Goku Black unit with Zamasu that fuse into Merge Zamasu, just because we don't have one yet. And that is my ideal 200% lead for EZA, Rose, and Zamasu, and all the other, you know, Goku Black and Zamasu units. That's how I want them to get a 200% lead. What the full 200% lead would be, I mean, you're probably looking at like Corroded Body and Mind, maybe a new category as well with Realm of Gods or something. Maybe they could also supply, you know, extreme class Realm of Gods units with support and, you know, have guard, damage reduction, you know, and build up. Basically, just make the new Dokkan Fest an on steroids version of EZA, Rose, and Zamasu, and like give them damage reduction or like permanent guard or something. And I'd be happy. Because boy, these units are already insane without a 200% lead. And I also want a Rose unit that is sick from release. Like, I don't think we've had a Rose unit that has been like one of the best upon release. Yes, we've had LR Merge Zamasu, but specifically I want a Rose unit or some form of Rose unit that is like one of the best on release. Not an EZA like, you know, 4 or 5 years later, or, you know what I mean, or a Merge Zamasu unit or a Zamasu unit. I want a Rose that is sick on release. But I mean, EZA, Rose, and Zamasu was already a fantastic EZA upon release anyway. You know, I've had them rainbowed since they've EZA'd, and before that, they were already great. The extra stats they're getting from being level 10 linked is making a huge difference. As I said, it's mainly because of that Big Bad Bosses link being active from the get-go. So we're on almost a 600k attack stat, 589k attack stat with the support, 568k defense stat with the support as well. And again, this guy is viable in harder content. As I said, it is a little bit specific and a little bit tricky here and there, that you do need him to, of course, get the finishing blow to get the extra attack and defense. Is doable, but it's very specific. LR Rose with a 6 million attacks there with the support. As I said, he still does decent damage when you consider when he was released. Just all they need is a 200 lead, and he needs an EZA. But all that defense, this EZA is generally ridiculously good. And with level 10 links, a whole bunch better. We just need a 200% lead. Like, just give my boys Goku Black and Rose a 200% lead, please. Pending this year. Pending. But let me know what you think down in the comments. First level 10 links video back in a while. But don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace.